Hello, and we're at the start of a new week, and a new Walkie Talkie. Well, today I actually remembered to charge up the microphone, which is, well, I mean, the camera has a built-in microphone, but I use one that I sort of attach to my t-shirt or my lapel, depending. And that's just so it's got like a wind protector on it and all that kind of stuff, and it's just to make it a little bit clearer when I'm chatting, because the camera on the microphone faces away from me, so although it probably would pick me up, it would be considerably quieter, I would think. Anyhow, yeah, yesterday weather-wise was a bit hilarious as well. It wasn't actually a storm, it was just a bit of rain and the occasional gust of wind, but the umbrella decided it was going to have a fit that I was holding, and it flipped itself inside out. So I fixed that, and then I only had 10% battery on the microphone. So by the time I even started to record anything approaching anything with any kind of sense, the battery was running out. So I didn't really have any footage worthwhile uploading. I did the walk and everything, but yeah. So I decided we'll leave that, and I'll stick up part of my doom. Squirrel. And off he goes. Or she, who knows. So yeah, that's done. So yeah, that's what I'm sort of, was where I was sort of coming from with it yesterday, and just decided, now I'll stick it. I'll upload a Doom video. I need to now go back and finish that playthrough, finish recording that playthrough, because I've got no more Doom videos, and still got so much more to do with that. So anyway, yeah, that was why. But I still actually went out and did my walk, so the exercise part of it was done. But I made sure everything was fully charged. See, what happens is, because it's a separate microphone, it lasts longer, the battery on the microphone, than it does the camera. See, after every trip out, I need to recharge the battery on the camera. What I need to do ideally is get a backup battery as well. So when I connect the camera to my computer to copy over the files and then edit them and upload them on the internet, when I do that, that charges the camera on the USB connector that I connect it to my computer with. So, of course, that doesn't charge up the microphone, my separate microphone. I have to connect that as well. So it was just simply a case of forgetting to stick that on the day before to charge up, when it was, I think it was down to about 20% the day before when I went out, and I just forgot to do it. on the Friday. I got distracted on Friday because it's shopping day, or big shopping day. So that's why. Of course, I have to do a little bit of shopping today, but everything's been charged up fully yesterday, so we're all right. So, I'm going to call it in a second for this part, and then we'll figure something out to chat about in the park. Obviously try and make it, well, I think we're just going to broaden it now to entertainment related, as video game stuff is becoming a little bit difficult to get on a daily basis. But we'll call it there, and I'll see you in the park. Well, this isn't a good start, is it? It's like we may have to go somewhere else. I'm sure they were over there not that long ago doing that. Whatever it is they're doing, we'll figure it when we get around. But yeah, let's see. Let's not call it a day yet. Let's just see what we can do. I had to deal with them before, so anyhow, we'll kick off with what I've been playing. I've been playing, oh god, is it Ace Combat or Air Combat? I think it's Ace Combat 7. Either Air or Ace Combat 7 on PC. I've had it for quite some time, but I finally got round to installing it because I just fancied playing something a bit different. I used to like combat flight sims. In fact, I still have Combat Flight Simulator, the Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator 1 and 2. And the first one was during the European campaign in the Second World War, and the sequel was during the Pacific. And I had them. I really enjoyed them. I've still got them, but I just don't think they'll work these days. They're on CD-ROM. I do have a CD-ROM. I do have an external CD-ROM drive for my PC, so that part of it isn't an issue. I think the issue is going to be compatibility, to be honest. But they were great. And I had like bloody hell. On the Amiga, I had the Battle of Britain, and I had Reach for the Sky, Dawn Patrol. They were all great. And then I had like space ones as well, like Tachyon Fringe and I'm trying to Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter. There's a game that you never really hear many people talk about. That was a great game. I've probably still got the discs for that for PC. That was a good game. I had quite a few space combat type games. My favourite were the Wing Commander ones though. They weren't my favourite. They're Star Wars, X-Wing and TIE Fighter series. They were my favourite. But Wing Commander, love that game. I remember playing Wing Commander 3 and 4 on the PlayStation. I never finished 4, but 3 I played to death. I actually played through it multiple times because there was different choices you could make with different scenarios. And I remember at the time it was pretty cool. You had the mix of the full motion video and then the space combat. It was great stuff. Oh, what are they doing here? What are they doing? They've got some cones out, so they clearly don't want you messing about. I suppose you can walk around it. That's what they're doing. Making a noise and making a mess. But yeah, they're brilliant games and I love playing them. God, it's noisy here today. So yeah, anyway, yeah. It's either, I think it depends on where you're from as to whether it's air or ace combat. Anyway, it's the same game and it was great. I had that on the PlayStation. I remember the sort of jet fighters were daubed out in this quite sort of gaudy camouflage. They were like red, white, blue, yellow type camouflage on these aircraft, and might not be yellow, but it was certainly red, white, and blue. You're like, yeah, that wouldn't really serve you particularly well in combat. Mind you, I think most of it these days is for when the aircraft's on the ground, with like heat seekers and radar guided missiles and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I guess that pilot has to see it, so yeah. Just looking at it though, you just think to yourself, not exactly the you know, camouflage scheme I would go for. Weird. But yeah, been playing some of that, and I've only played a little bit of it. Maybe like an hour or two of it. I'm having fun with it. Oh, I know why they must be lopping a tree because they've got the what's it bin on the back. That's why they've got it fenced off. You don't get shrapnelized. We'll walk around, and then what we'll do is we'll sort of double back on ourselves, so we're not presenting ourselves as a problem, getting in the way of it all. It must be maybe there was a bit of winter damage. I'd say storm, but to be honest with you, I mean, it's actually though, that said, last night it was windy. I will say that. Whether you would call it storm force, well, that depends. But yeah, I've been playing some of that. I think I've given myself eye strain. God, I woke up and pain in my right eye this morning. Jesus, it happens quite a bit. I'm like one of them weirdos. I'm like, you know, Gandalf in Return of the King, where he's asleep but his eyes are not fully shut. Apparently I do that. I just checked out years ago with the opticians, and they said that they could see, they did like this. They put this like powder on in my eyes, which was great, and then they used this sort of ultraviolet scan, and that showed like a line of dry cells across my eye. And he says you don't shut your eyes when you're asleep. And the thing is, keep waking up in the night I'm not a deep sleeper, so it's probably that. Oh God, it hurts. And it's like stream, because I guess it's really dry, and it starts streaming, and my vision goes a bit blurry in it for throughout the day, and it gradually improves. But yeah, these things are sent to try us. It drives me mad. But we go on. I'll be recording another episode of the Post About Ghost podcast today. Be doing that. That should be a fun one. So keep a lookout for that. Hopefully that'll be landing, all being well, later in the week. And yeah, I've got to get this video that I'm doing now, get it edited and uploaded. And then at some point I need to dedicate some time to doing more Doom videos this week, because as I said, on my walk up to here, I'm actually out of them now. I've got through all of the ones that I recorded. I did a big batch where I finished off Doom 3's The Lost Mission, and started on Doom 2016. So I need to crack on with that. Need to see where we go with it. But yeah, get that done. Because I really do want to do other videos, other gaming videos. But I knew this would be quite an undertaking to do this one in particular, because of the sheer number of games there was in the series, and then of course I had to do the whole let me play the mods, let me play the extra content. Doom Eternal's going to be quite a big one for that. The main game I think is quite big, it's quite tough, and then on top of that you've got the 2 pieces of DLC, and I don't know, I can't remember, but I think they're actually quite substantial. So that's going to be quite the playthrough. And then with regards to Doom the Dark Ages, I have no idea. I've only played a little bit of it, so we'll see on that one. But yeah, it can be a little bit frustrating when you want to actually put videos up of other games, but you're kind of mindful of the fact that you've got to get through this one first. I've committed to it, and I just want to get through it. So we'll see how we go on that one. Yeah. It's a weird day today. I'll say, it feels just weird. You know, you get them days, you can't put your finger on it, you don't know whether it's you or the environment or whatever. It just feels odd. It does feel odd. It's quite busy in here as well. Although I'm not exactly come out much later than I would do normally. But yeah, what might be that if I don't really get time to finish editing it, That's the problem with Clipchamp. It's not particularly great, I don't think, as an editing tool for doing part of a project, coming out and then going back in. It's quite clunky. I mean, you have to, well, I mean, there might be, I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but let's just say I'm into a project and I export the project, then I want to go back to the page before and edit something. There's no obvious way of doing it. You have to come out of Clipchamp altogether and then go back in. That's just clunky to me. Once you go into the editing section, there doesn't really seem to be much in the way of being able to come back out, if that makes sense, without exiting the whole software. I just don't think it's well put together. I mean, it does what it needs to do, but I'm not a fan of it. In many respects, I actually prefer the Apple's editing software. The hell was that called? Anyway, I preferred that. I much preferred that. So, yeah, we're not going anywhere near that. We're not having a lot of luck, are we? Trying to make the video, but it's like hell I'm going near that person. Not when I've got an autoimmune illness. I think we're having zero luck getting videos made here. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to I don't know if you, well, yeah, you will be able to hear that, but I don't know if you're able to hear me. This is not going to happen here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go somewhere else to finish up this walk, because I'm not competing with a wood chipper going round here. They're obviously sorting out what trees, I guess, any sort of branches or anything like that have come down in the weather. You can see over there, and there's also a guy over there who was literally coughing his guts up over there before, so I'm not going anywhere near that. Going anywhere near that at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to bail and we'll have a walk. We'll just do a walk. We'll go round and exit the top. Not normally I exit over there, but we're going to go around and exit up there. It's going to be a day, isn't it? I thought I'd be able to get a decent video together today. So, a couple of crows there. And we'll get out. Alright. Yeah, you can, that thing is across the other side, you can barely make it out on the camera, and it sounds loud over here. So I'm going to bail on this place, have a little walk up to the old gardens. We don't normally do that on a walkie-talkie, but needs must. Anyway, let's go and have a wander. Bit different, isn't it? The Walkie Talkies. Normally this is Sunday stroll material, but I'm going to do it this way. Oh. So yeah, I'm playing some of the Air Combat or Ace Combat. I think it's Ace Combat. I think they called it Air Combat on the PlayStation back in the day. And it was probably some kind of weird licensing thing. There was probably an obscure, I've said that now, obscure, it probably isn't, but obscure to me, title that created a rights issue, so that's probably what they did. Just thought, well, change the name to Air Combat, and that's probably resolved itself over time. I want to go this way. Call it for a second. I want to catch up to you in the thingy. Here we are at the thingy, also known as the gardens. That was a bit stiff, that. Get a bit of the old WD-40 on that. Either that or I'm just weak. Probably the latter, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a little wander. The old tree. Old tree. Yes. Unsurprisingly, they've still got this bit fenced off, which, like I say, is no surprise. Because, well, yeah, it's wet. I actually thought they might have started to fence this bit off, but if they did that, I think if they fenced the other side off, you wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So they'd have to shut the garden. So it wouldn't surprise me if they shut this little area off at some point after that one's recovered for a bit and open up that one. So they'll kind of rotate it until you get this sort of drier weather that stops the grass getting tore up. Oop. What the hell was that I tripped on? Must have been a root, that tree. So yes, what are we gonna talk about? Well, there's nothing to talk about gaming wise still. That's a certain. Let's go in here. So less tree roots for me to trip over. Yeah, there isn't really. I was watching the DVD. It was quite cheap on Amazon. I got it on DVD because it was cheap, and that was the on-stage performance from the O2 Arena of the next generation of Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. Now, I've seen the original one they did, but this was the next generation one. I mean, I do prefer the original, that has to be said, but it's still pretty good. Still like it. There's some bits in it that are better. It's a bit longer, there's a little bit more story to it. And the music from that formed the basis of the audio drama on Audible, which I highly recommend. Is it Michael Sheen? It's not Martin Sheen. Michael Sheen plays the journalist, and Jeff Wayne's daughter plays his wife. And it's a lot more closer to the book. It's an audio drama with Jeff Wayne's music as an interlude on it. But it's an audio drama, and it's really good. It's really good. Like, the album's about, I would say, it's over an hour long, the album. It's probably about an hour and 30 minutes, perhaps. I don't know. It was a double album. But this is over 5 hours. And there's some changes from the book, but it follows the book a lot more closely, if you know what I mean. And it's really good. It's really well done. The sounds, the audio effects, absolute top notch. You can listen to that with headphones on. It's actually very eerie and can be quite scary. You know, just lay there with headphones on at night. They play on sound very, very well. In it, it's excellent, well worth getting. In fact, it was that made me get Audible, because that was like the only place you could get it. And it made me sign up for Audible. And I have to say, that's been one of the best things I've ever done. I've got so many audiobooks now, and I love it. It's great. You know, if you're getting into like a really lengthy RPG game, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I just stick an audiobook on and listen to it while I'm playing. And it's really cool. But yeah, it's well worth it if you're into all the worlds. I mean, the great thing about Audible is that if you allow your subscription to lapse, you still keep the audiobooks that you've got. So you don't lose access to anything, which is pretty awesome, in my view. But yeah, so the on-stage audio presentation is very, very good. I say it's the next generation, I think they call it, or was it new generation? Something like that, anyway. So I discovered that a bit of research. This wasn't where my old Cubs was. My dad used to drive me to. I didn't think it was, because I recall quite a spacious field, and it was a hut. I can't get in. Maybe you can just see the top of it. That's a proper building. This was like a wooden hut, and I knew it was much, much, much further away from here. I think it was like right across town, because I used to have to be driven there. Let's enunciate your words properly. Oh. I can hear something up there ahead in those trees. Can you see it? I see you. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, they've still got the Let's have a look around here. I think they've still got the decos on the dovecote. Interesting. I love this thing. I do. You know what? In the summer, it'd be nice to actually walk here and bring some supplies with me and actually like have lunch in here. I think that would be really nice on a nice day. I think it would be nice to do that. There's a few places you could do that. I mean, you could sit there. There's a couple of seats there, but there's some seats over there as well. Let's go this way. I don't want to put anybody on camera. But yeah, it's very good. It's very good, and I can feel spots of rain. Oh lordy, we're not having any luck today, are we? I think it's going to start raining, so we'll have to bail because I don't have the umbrella of uselessness with me, and I came out with just a fleece without a hood because we were not supposed to be having any rain. Let's have a little wander through the thing. Actually, if I put this at my eye level, I'm actually ducking. I'll lower it back down because I don't carry this eye level. I have it about like near my midriff, or just above my midriff. You never make things to people my height. Yeah, there you go. There's like a picnic bench there. You could sit, have something to eat, which would be all right as long as there's no bloody wasp nests around here, because otherwise you'll just get assaulted by the flying menaces. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Let's go this way. That's what I say, it's what I've been doing. That arrived yesterday. I've actually ordered. Now, I already have the War of the Worlds novel, but I've ordered one that's illustrated by the guy who did the illustrations at Carrera. Is it Enrique Al something Carrera? And it's the ones that H.G. Wells. Yeah, we're gonna have to head back. It's like heavens are opening up here. And I've got to go to the shop on my way in. I've got a ways to go. I've still got a bloody big walk. Oh no, am I gonna get wet? Yeah, it's that. Because I think those illustrations, they're weird, very otherworldly, especially for the time. Very eerie looking things. So yeah, I'm interested to see that, because you just see like a handful of them. I want to see the rest of them. But anyway, yeah, because the book I've got is one from the 1980s, which had the Jeff Wayne tripod, the Thunderchild illustration on the cover. But I actually wanted another version. It's a bit dog-eared, that book, as well. It's been read quite a huge number of times, but I just wanted a different version of it. So I thought it's not a graphic novel, it's just the illustrations. It's the book, but with the respective illustrations in book. I like getting them. I have a Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and the Silmarillion with those in. I think they're the wonderful things to have. So yeah, got them. Got that on its way. And true to form, although I have to wait until February, Silent Hill F, and actually the day one edition, believe it or not, at this point, Amazon got it in stock. And it was at the recommended retail price. They weren't charging £100 for it. So, as I've said before, if you wait and you persevere, you can do the scalpers over, and that's what I've done. So that'll be on the way. I mean, I've got a little wait. It won't be with me until the beginning of February, but I've not paid above and beyond for it. So all of those people that bought probably multiple copies of it with a view to selling it at an inflated price are going to be quite upset, I would think, round about now, and it serves them right. So I think somebody's coming in now. I think we'll call it there because it is starting to rain. We'll leave it at that, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. So I'll catch you all later.